Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I'm your host, John. If you could, hit that like and subscribe button. This is our recap for Wednesday, April 23rd. A lot of stuff in the books. You know, this is truly one of the great times of sports. We got baseball rolling. We got the hockey playoffs. We got the NBA playoffs. Some really, really good stuff going on. If you could, though, leave some comments. We want to know what you want to hear about. Had a nice podcast today with Scott. Yesterday with Scott. Today I'm going to do one with Brian. All is good in the world. All is good in the world. Okay, let's start out with what happened in the association. Jimmy Butler of the Warriors got hurt. We don't know the severity of it. Steve Kerr doesn't think it's too severe, but it wasn't very good. Also, we got John Morant. The case against him was dropped by someone he supposedly assaulted in a pickup game. I've got a funny feeling it's probably true, but the judge who dropped it cited self-defense. Obviously, John Morant can afford the best attorneys in the country. This poor kid, good luck. There you go. There's going to be a civil suit. Maybe the kid gets made whole. I don't know how it all works. All right, let's go to the playoffs. For Wednesday, April 23rd, the Celtics, 109, the Magic, 100. Really a competitive game. Jason Tatum missed the game, first playoff game he has missed. Jaylen Brown, though, didn't disappoint. He responded with 36 points and 10 rebounds. Played very, very well. You know, carried the team on his shoulders. They looked real good. The Magic really, really went after this game. They wanted it badly. Cavaliers, 121 over the Heat, 112. Tyler Hero ended up with 33 points and 6 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell, 30 points, 6 and 6. Heck of a night. It was a good game, but at the end, there was just too much Cavaliers for him. And finally, in the nightcap, the Rockets bounced back, 109-94. Steph Curry only 20 and 9. I wonder if the young athletic Rockets are going to wear him down. Jalen Green for the Houston Rockets, 38, 6 and 3. And I did see a stat that when Jalen Green gets 30 points, there's something like 27 and 3. It's just amazing. They are a different team when he responds and plays well. We're just going to have to see. Let's go to the National Hockey League. Oh, boy. Capitals beat the Canadiens 3-1. They're up 2-0 in that series. In a series that defies expectation and truly the best first-round series, the Stars ended up with a 2-1 win over the Avalanche. Survived a 4-minute power play at the end of regulation and the beginning of overtime. They've only led for 70 seconds in this series, and they're still up 2-1. Amazing, right? And Ottinger, the goalie for Dallas, was just spectacular. He was phenomenal. He really was the difference in this game. The Kings, 6-2 over the Oilers. Oilers made it close. Don't know what happened there. I didn't see that game. But Kopitar had a goal and 3 assists. Kings are doing their best not to have a first-round exit at the hands of the mighty Edmonton Oilers. McDavid, God, that guy's just spectacular. Just didn't have enough today for the team. All right, let's talk about the NFL. The draft is coming up today. I'm going to go over some things. Obviously, Cam Ward's going to be the number 1 pick. Travis Hunter is truly the best player in this draft. But everybody is talking about that, he's this incredible two-way thing. I think we all think he's going to be like Shohei Ohtani. And I don't really see it like that. In the NFL, the way it is, it's so specialized. If you're a receiver, when you get off the field, you're going to the iPad and you're breaking down the defense. You're not running out there as a DB. I just don't see it. I mean, to me, McMillan I don't know how the scouts rate it. Obviously, Travis Hunter's going to be a top 3 pick. Maybe top 4 at worst, right? But to me, McMillan from Arizona State is a better receiver. I don't know if there's anybody who's a better defensive back, but honestly, if I was Travis Hunter, I'd want to play receiver because you make more money. Those guys are making $35 million. Defensive backs, like we're going to talk about, Kirby Joseph signed with the Detroit Lions, team that brought him into the league for a 4-year, $86 million deal. That's not even a good 3-year deal if you're a receiver. I mean, at the end of the day, the guy's going to want to get paid. Let's see. I'm a quarterback and I'm a kicker. Which one am I going to be? Yeah, I think I'm going to be the quarterback and make quite a bit more money, right? You only get one shot to make money. Nobody's going to be paying you an annuity later for, services rendered. Yeah, right. No. Also, the sad news from the league. Steve McMichael, the great Chicago Bear, on that dominant defense of 86, died of 67 of ALS. God rest him. 207 games from 81 to 94. I think everybody here knows my feelings on concussions and how I think the sports leagues, hockey, football especially, definitely downplay it. They don't want to acknowledge what it really is. I'm not saying that's what Steve died from, but it is kind of suspicious. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to sully his memory. He was a warrior on a great defense. Buddy Ryan, Richard Dent, Singletary. I mean, truly one of the greatest defenses I've ever seen. I'd put him up there with that Seahawks defense. It makes it, I was never a Bears fan, but I always appreciated how great they were. I will say, in that 3-year run where they truly were the best team in football, I don't understand how they only won one world championship. And I'll never forget that game. I believe it was in 87 in Soldier Field where, Joe Gibbs came in with the Redskins and Darrell Green, and they pulled that victory off, 21-17. I just don't know how Dick had lost that. All right, also in the NFL, the Titans signed Tyler Lockett from the Seattle Seahawks. They cut him loose. In the NFL, it's not for long. Good luck, right? And like I said, the Lions made their safety, Kirby Joseph, the highest paid safety at 4 years, $86 million, $21 million average. But, in the NFL, it's all funny money. It's all about what your bonus is and your first-year guarantee. And do you make it to within 3 days of the next calendar year or the next league year? That's the big thing. All right, let's head to the MLB. See what we got cooking there. Braves finally won. Wow, what a miracle, huh? We might want to break up the Braves. 4-1 over the Cardinals. Cardinals are starting to go away. They're 2-11 away from home. Braves almost getting there. They're 10-14. Nice game for them. The Reds finally got off the snide and beat the Marlins 5-2. Reds are still 12-13. Excuse me. Yankees 5-1 over the Guardians. Yankees are 15-10, 7-6 away. Guardians are 14-10. Surprisingly, they're still competitive. That is a very, very well-run organization. They develop players better than anybody. Mets 4-3 over the Phillies. That's been quite a series. Mets 18-7. Jesus, wow, what a record they got. Phillies 13-12, coming back to earth a little, but there's just so much talent there. They're going to get that job done. I don't know what that job is, but I'd assume it's the playoffs. Tigers 6-0 over the Padres. Nationals and Orioles, I don't know what we're playing for here, 4-3. Mariners beat the Red Sox. The Red Sox, God forbid they get on a run. Yeah, we'll just shoot ourselves in the foot. Lose 8-4. God, that team kills me. That team just kills me. Dodgers lost another series on the road. 6 to the Cubs, 7-6. The Dodgers are under 500 on the road. They got a 16-10 record, or 16-9, excuse me, and they're 6-7 away from Dodger Stadium. I just cannot figure out that team. The Twins 6-3 over the White Sox. Astros 3-1 over the Blue Jays. Pirates shut out the Angels in Anaheim 3-0. Heaney got the win, went back to his old stomping ground. He's 2-1 with a 1.7 ERA. Seems like the Rays beat the Diamondbacks in 11, 7-6. Diamondbacks 14-10. They're coming at you, Dodgers. And the Brewers lost to the Giants 4-2. Giants 16-9, leading the division. Athletics beat the Rangers 5-2. And they finally got a home win, 3-8. And the Rockies and Royals are postponed, and God only knows why they even want to play that game. All right, if you could, hit the like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And leave some comments, hit those notifications, and we will see you soon.